Welcome to the Roulette Master TV, where we go back in time to reveal unbelievable roulette systems of the past. Today's system was sent in by a professional Baccarat player. He says this is how he consistently makes money when he plays roulette as well. I can't wait to share it with you. Let's get started.
This is the Roulette Master, and I have an unbelievable story and strategy to share with you today. One of my subscribers, White Owl, who says he's a professional Baccarat player, says that you can use his system to play roulette, and he makes a living doing this. So this is going to be awesome. We're going to put his system, which is called the Ultimate Weapon, up against another system that's doing amazing on the channel right now, which is 3 up 24 numbers. We're going to start with that first, and then we're going to get to the Ultimate Weapon by the White Owl, and here we go. We're going to start with a $10 bet on the second and third 12. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. This should be a great matchup, and I can't wait to see how he's making a living playing Baccarat. And he says, again, this can be used in roulette. It's the same philosophy. So that's a win, and we're up $10. So with this one, we're going to leave out the dozen that hit last, and let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Okay, that's a 28 black. And that's another win. So now we're up $20, and now we'll leave out the third dozen that just hit and spin. And boy, this one's been doing great on the channel lately. Let's see if it continues today. And then I can't wait to introduce to you to the new system of the day from the White Owl. And that's another win there. We're currently up $30. We'll leave out the second dozen now. And here we go. And that is a 15 black. That's a loss. So we're going to go up 3 units from 10 to 40. And let's go ahead and do that now. So a lot of people play 24 numbers by tripling the bet when they lose. Some of them go up 1 unit when they lose. This is a perfect balance by going 3 up. And I'm going to show you that as we go through here. That's a nice $40 win. We're up $50. And now we'll be on second and third dozen. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's a 4 black. Okay, and that's a loss. So we're going to go from 10 to 40, and we're going to go up 3 units. So let's go ahead and do that. And spin. Now we have an $80 total bet, and I've been doing really well with this one also. And that's a 34 red. Another fantastic win. We're up $70. And if you can go back and forth between 10 and 40 a bunch, you're going to make so much profit. It's going to be awesome. And here we go again. That is a 23 red. And that's another win. We'll take it. We're up $80 already. And boy, you can make a lot of money in a hurry with this one. And again, this is a nice combination of 1 up, which a lot of people use with 24 numbers, and then tripling the bet. It's nice. And in the middle, and seems to be working better than both of those. So we're up 90 now, and we're going to be on second and third dozen. Let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. All right. That is a 7 red. And we lost. So we're going to go from 10 to 40 again, up 3 units. And spin. That's an $80 total bet. And man, am I excited about this new system from the White Owl. Again, he says he makes a living playing Baccarat with this same strategy that you can use in roulette. So this is going to be so exciting with that coming up next. And this one here is already up $110 in a very short amount of time. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. Again, this one, 3 up on 24 numbers, has been doing incredible on the channel lately. And the ones that are doing great, I'm putting up against these new systems. Okay, that's a loss. We're going to go from 10 to 40. And spin. Here we go. All right, let's see what we get here. That is a 00, so that's definitely a loss. So we're going to go from 40 now. We're going to go up to 70. So we'll go 50, 60, 70. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Now we have 70 each, 140 total, and let's spin. That's a 34 red. Okay, that's a win. We're up $80. So what we're going to do now is we're just going to stay right there. So let's go ahead now, though, and we're at 70 each. We're going to be on first and second 12 now. All right, let's go ahead and spin, and let's establish some new profit here. And that's a 0, so we lost, but that's okay because now we're just going to go from 70 up 3 more units. So let's go ahead and do that. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. This is why we have a $2,000 bankroll with this one, and we're at 100 each, 200 total. So bankroll is really important. If that's too much for you, that's perfectly fine. All you have to do is use dollar units instead of $10 units and change the $2,000 bankroll to a $200 bankroll. So anybody can do that. We're minus 260 right now. We're going to go up 3 more units. And this is about the worst thing that can happen, but we have the bankroll to tackle this and come back. And here we go. That's a 14 red, and we won. So we're going to stay right where we're at. We're minus 130. We're at 130 each. So even though it's been really rough here, if we win this one, we're back to 0. And that's a 19 red, and we won. So all right, so now we're going to, let's go. We're going to still be at 130. We're going to be on first and third. Let's go ahead and do that. Okay, now we're at 260 total still, and we're going to try to establish new session profit here. And that's a 20 black, and we lost that one, so we're going to have to go up 3 more units again. We're minus 260. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're at 320 total bet. Again, this is why you need a $2,000 bankroll for $10 units or a $200 bankroll for dollar units. And that's a win right there at 160. We're minus 100 right now. And now you can see we were at 160 each. We're going to be on second and third for 160 each. Here we go. And let's spin. Let's get it back here and start making some money. All right, we got it. That's a 16 red. Okay, we're up 60. And we're just going to bet that again now, 160 each, and we'll be on first and third. All right, let's go ahead and spin. If we get this one, we'll be a new session profit. And we got it. So it's time to go back to the starting bet again of $10, and now we're up $220. So we'll be on second and third now. And there is a safer way of then playing it than what I just did there. One thing you can do if you choose to with this system is to bet the amount that you are away from session profit. So instead of betting 160 there, we could have reduced that to whatever took us to profit, and keep that in mind as we go through here. So, all right, we're up $200. We're going to go from 10 to 40. Let's go ahead and do that. Here we go. All right, we're at 40 each, 80 total. Let's see what we get, and that's a double 0, so that's not a win. We're going to go up by 3 units. So here we go again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're at 140 total bet, and let's spin. That's a 9 red, and we lost again. So you can see that we're already back to minus 20, and let's go ahead now and go up 3 units again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. 100 each. Second and third dozens are covered. Let's get a win. All right, that's a win on 22 black. Fantastic. So now we'll stay right where we're at, and we're going to be at 100 each on first and third. Here we go. And let's hope that that one doesn't repeat and we hit first or third dozen. And we did. That's a 3 red. That's fantastic. So, all right, now we're up 180, and that's close enough to session profit. Anytime the bets get big, if you're close to session profit, restart. So we're going to be on second and third dozen now, and we'll leave out the first dozen that just hit there. And let's get back on track and start making some more money. That's an 18 red. That's a win. All right, we're up 190. And this system can really make you money if it goes back and forth between 10 and 40. And then it goes, you lose at 10, you win at 40, then you lose at 10, win at 40. That can be awesome as well. We're up $200 now. And that's why you don't want to risk it all when you're close to session profit. Because with a system like this, you're going to get it right back anyway. There's no reason to place another really high bet. And that's another win. We're up 210. All right, so if you ever get in with really high bets, if you get anywhere near session profit, reset, because you know you're going to make some money back quickly, and then you wouldn't take that massive risk. So that's another win. We're up 220. Let's go on first and third now. And man, I can't wait to get to this new system of the day. Thinking about how the White Owl says he does this for a living, playing Baccarat, and he says it's the same thing for Roulette. This is going to be exciting coming up here. We're up 230, and we're on second and third dozens for 10 each. And here we go. Let's see what we get on this one. That's a 19 red. That's a win. So we're up $240. We'll be on first and third dozens now, and we're leaving out that second dozen that just hit. Here we go. Ooh, that's a loss on 0. So let's go up 3 units. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Now we're at 40 each, 80 total. And we're 10 minutes in out of 15 with this one. And let's see how it finishes up. And then we'll get to the new system of the day, which I know you're really excited about. That is another win at 40. And anytime you win at 40, you know it's session profit. We're up to 60. So you don't even have to look. If you can win at 40, you know it's good. And that's awesome. So that's a 6 black. All right, so we're up to 70, and we'll be on second and third dozens. And you can see how fast this builds back up. That's why it's not worth it to take unnecessary risks. That's also why I was telling you it is much safer when you're playing this. And I'll probably do it on the next time we get in trouble. We're going to go from 10 to 40 here first. That it's smart when it's just to try to get back to session profit. When you get to that final bet, if it takes you way over session profit, reduce it a little bit in case you don't win it. And that's a much safer way of playing. So we're up 290. We won at 40 again, so we know we're in session profit. And let's go ahead and spin on first and third dozen here with 3 up, 24 numbers, and that's a 19 red. Okay, so we lost that one. We're going to go from 10 to 40. Let me fix that bet there. Sorry about that, guys. There we go. 40 each, 80 total. All right, let's see what we get here. And that's an 18 red, and I believe that is a loss, and it is. So we're going to have to go up again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 70 each, 140 total, and here we go. All right, that's a 21 red, and that's another loss. So we're going to go up 3 units again. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and here we go. We're at 100 each, 200 total. Now, that's why we have the $2,000 bankroll for $10 units, or you can play with dollar units and a $200 bankroll. Don't forget that for the low rollers out there. Anybody can play this. We're up 150. We're going to do this $100 bet again because we're not near session profit. So we're going to be on second and third dozen now for 100 each. All right, here we go. See a high number. And there we go. That's a 30 red. It's a $100 win. We're back up to 50. That's close enough to reset. So we're going to be on first and second dozen again. You know, be smart. Anytime you have a chance to reset, do it because you're going to build it back quickly anyway. And that's another win. So we're up 260. Protect that bankroll. Now we'll be on second and third dozen for 10 each. And here we go. This is 3 up, 24 number. Coming up, the new system from White Owl looks incredible. I can't wait to share that with you. We're up 270. We'll be on first and third. And I'm excited because he says he makes a living doing it on Baccarat, and he says it's the same principle for Roulette. So, man, that's exciting. It's coming up. And we're up 280. We'll be on first and second dozen. Let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. That's a 34 red. That's a loss, so we're going to go from 10 to 40. But I tell you what, it's nice when you get the wins at 40 because the profit comes really quickly. And we got another one right there. That's a 17 black. That's how it comes back so fast. We're already up $300 again. So we'll be on first and third dozen now. And this one's just been doing great lately. And we're going to keep testing these systems that do great up against the new systems of the day. And I really enjoy that. So let's go ahead now, and we'll be on second and third. First dozen just hit, and here we go. Got about a minute left with this one, and then we're off to the new system of the day. And all right, that's a $10 win there, and we're up 320. So we'll be on first and second dozen now. And here we go. All right, let's see what we get. That's a 26 black. That is a loss, but again, it's a good opportunity to win at 40. Sometimes you can make more money when you lose the first spin, because if you win at 40, it just adds up quickly. And we won again, so that's awesome. And if you can lose, win, lose, win, lose, win, you're going to make a lot of money. We're up $340 now. We'll be on second and third dozen, and here we go. All right, that is a 36 red. And that's another win, and we just ran out of time. So we made $350 profit with this incredible 3-up 24-number system. And we're going to keep testing this one up against the new systems here and there. And that's what I've been doing is, finding the ones that work out really well and testing them against the new systems of the day. And we have an incredible one coming up here from White Owl. And man, this is going to be a lot of fun. Let's go ahead and just jump right into it and get started. All right, I cannot wait to introduce to you the new ultimate weapon from the White Owl. He says he makes a living playing this strategy, playing Baccarat, and he says it also works playing Roulette. This is going to be incredible. Let's go ahead and get started. And we're going to start out by betting on the color that hit last, which is red, for $10. And I know that's a simple way to start, but there's a lot more to this one. And once we have some losses, I'm going to show you what the real secret of this system is. And here we go. So we're going to stay on red, and we're going to go from 10 to 20. Let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. All right, let's see what we get here. That's a 12 red. Okay, we got the win. We're going to go back to 10, and we're going to be on red again. And here we go. That's all going to change when certain triggers happen. And there's a lot that you need to know with this one, so make sure you watch the whole system if you want to win for a living like he said he's doing. That is incredible. So we're going to be on red again for 20. Let's go ahead and spin. And we count our losses with this one. That's one loss on black. Okay, that's two losses on black, but now we're going to go to 30. Let's go ahead and do that. And if we get 3 losses in a row on black, the bet's going to change. But it did not yet. I'll share that with you once we get 3 in a row. So now we go from 30 back to 20, and we'll be on red. You can see we're up 10 right now. There's also going to be a re-trigger point for profit, which I'm going to share with you coming up as well. And that's a 14 red. Okay, we won. We're going to go from 20 back to 10, and we're on red. We're up $30 right now. And here we go. And we're getting close to that one of those things that you need to know right now. And I'll share that with you as we go through. We're going to go from 10 back to 20. And we're going to be on red. So that's one loss on black. Keep track of that. Here we go. That is a 33 black. That's 2 losses on black. So we're going to go to a $30 bet now, and we're on red. If we lose this one on black, we're going to switch up the bet. And we did. So now, if you get 3 of the opposite color in a row, you're still going to go up a unit from 30 to 40. But now we're going to switch to black. And here we go. All right, and we got the win. Fantastic. So now we're on black instead of red, and we're going to go from 40 to 30. Let's go ahead and spin, and here we go. That's a 29 black, and that's a win. Okay, and we're up 40. We're getting close to another trigger, which I'm going to share with you here in a second. And we're going to go from 30 to 20. We're going back a unit when we get wins. But there's so much more to this one. Make sure you watch the whole video on this one. This is exciting. That is a loss. So that's one loss on red. We go from 20 to 30. And again, I need to share with you the reset point, which we almost got to. And here we go. That's a 20 black. Okay, that's a win. So we go from 30 to 20. We're still on black. Oh, and we just hit our first reset point. So if you hit $50 in profit, you always go back to 10. So let's do that. We're still on black, and let's spin. So when we get to $100 profit now, we will reset back to 10 again. But again, a lot more to it. We're going to talk about it as we go through here. That's our first loss on red, so we stay on black and we go from 10 to 20. All right, here we go. That is a 12 red. That's our second loss, so we're going to go to 30. If we lose 3 in a row on red here, we're going to switch to red. Okay, and we did. So we switched to red and go up another unit. So we go from 30 to 40, and now we're on red. And now we're on red until we get 3 losses in a row. And we got the win. That's a 5 red. Okay, so now we go from 40 to 30. Now we've switched to red. And again, we're not going to reset until we get to $100 profit now, because we were at 50, and that's a 3 red. Okay, that's a $30 win. Now we're going to go to 20. Now we're up $60, and we're staying on red until we get 3 losses in a row. And here we go. That's 1 loss right there. So we go from 20 to 30. And we go up a unit when we lose. And once you have 3 losses in a row, you switch colors. Okay, that's a 28 black. Okay, that's 2 losses in a row. We're keeping track of that. We go up a unit. Now we're at 40. And here we go. Okay, that's a 1 red. Okay, and that ends the losing streak. So we stay on red, and we go back to 30. All right, now it would take 3 more losses in a row to switch colors. And that's a 13 black. That's 1 loss. Okay, so we go to 40 on red. Here we go. Let's see if we get our second loss or if we get a win here. That's a 0. That's our second loss. So we go from 40 to 50. And if we lose 3 in a row, but while betting on red, we're going to switch to black. And we did lose 3 in a row, so we're going to switch to black. So now we're going to go from 50 to 60. And we're at minus $70 right now. Let's go ahead and spend. Now we need to get this going again. Here we go. Okay, we got a win on 2 black. Fantastic. So now we're on black, and we're going to go from 60 to 50. So we're going back a unit when we win. We're going up a unit when we lose. And it takes 3 losses in a row to switch colors. That's a 26 black, and that's a win. So we go to 40. And we're up $40. Let's go ahead and spend. Remember, we have a $100 reset point now. And here we go. That's a 25 red, and that's because we already hit the $50 reset. So the 100 would be the next one, and we're going to go from 40 to 50 on black. We have 1 loss on red. We're going to keep track of those. Let's see if we get another loss here, and we did. So that's 2 losses. So that means if we get 1 more loss, we switch to red. But we're going to go from 50 to 60 and spend. Here we go. And that's another loss. We've had a bunch of zeros, so that's not good. And now you can see we lost on the 25, the 12, and the 0. So we're going to go to red now, but we're going to go from 60 to 70. All right, let's go ahead and spin. And here we go. All right, that's a win, 27 red. So now we're on red until we have 3 consecutive losses. So now we're going to be at 60, back a unit on red. And we're 7 minutes in out of 15. We've had a little bit of a rough ride so far, but I really like this. And we're going to go from 60 to 50 now. And we're going to stay on red. Back up again. We're going to stay on red until we have 3 consecutive losses. There's 1 loss right there. So we're going to go from 50 to 60. Up a unit, and we have 1 loss on red. Let's see if we get another one here or if we get a win. Okay, that's a 12 red. So we start counting over, and we go from 60 to 50. We're still on red, and you have to lose 3 in a row to switch colors. We're currently up $30, and here we go. Okay, that's a 19 red. That's a win, so we'll go from 50 to 40, and we're up 80. So we're getting closer to that next reset point now. And we lost, so that's our first loss. So we'll go from 40 to 50. And if we lose 3 in a row, we've only have 1 loss right now, but if we lose 3 in a row, we'll switch colors. That's a 26 black, and we lost again. So we'll go from 50 to 60. And if we lose this one, that's 3 losses in a row, and we'll switch colors. but we got the win, 7 red. So we'll stay on red and start counting over. We're going to go from 60 to 50. We're up $50 right now. Let's go ahead and spin. That's a 6 black. That's 1 loss. We'll keep track of those. We'll go to 60 now on red. Up a unit. All right, that's a win. Fantastic. So we start counting over again, and we go from 60 to 50. Back a unit, we're up $60. And if we get a win here, we'll reach our next profit goal of 100. And we did, 27 red. We've been patient, and it's paying off. And we're up $110 now. And let's go ahead and we'll still be on red, 410. All right, let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. Again, it takes 3 losses in a row to switch colors, and he says that is genius, and that's how he's making a living playing Baccarat with this same strategy. And he says it's very safe and effective. So we're going to go from 10 to 20. We have 1 loss on black, and here we go. That's a 35 black. Okay, now we have 2 losses, so we'll go from 20 to 30. And let's go ahead and spin. Here we go. That's an 8 black. Okay, 3 losses in a row. So we're going to switch to black and go to 40. So if you have 3 in a row losses, you switch colors. And we went to red. Okay, so now we're going to stay on black. We only have 1 loss. So we're going to go from 40 to 50. Let's go ahead and spin again here. And that's an 11 black. Okay, we got the win, so we start counting again on black, and we go from 50 to 40. We're up $60 right now, and it does fluctuate up and down a little bit with this, but it's a very safe system, and you want to cash out, obviously, when it cycles up, and that's a $40 win, so we go to 30 on black, and now we're back up to $100 profit again. Our next reset point will be $150 profit, $50 each, and that's a 36 red. Okay, and that's a loss at 30, so we'll go to 40, and that's our first loss, so we keep track of those. Remember, 3 in a row, and we switch. That's a 25 red. Now we've had 2 losses in a row, so we're going to go to 50 on black, and if we lose 3 in a row here, we'll switch colors. Okay, and that's a 36 red. We did lose 3 in a row, so now we'll go to 60 on red and spin. And here we go. Okay, we got that. That's a 12 red. So now we'll go to 50, and we'll stay on red until we have 3 losses in a row. All right, here we go. All right, 32 red. See, this big streak didn't hurt us because of the way that White Owl has this system. And now we're at 40. We don't have any losses yet, but now we have 1. That's a 29 black. Okay, so we're going to go from 40 to 50, and we'll stay on red. We have 1 loss, and it takes 3 to switch colors. All right, that's 2 losses. That's a 33 black. And now we'll go to 60 on red. And let's go ahead and spin. Let's cycle this back up. All right, we got a win on 25 red, so we don't switch colors. We stay on red, and we go from 60 to 50. And we're up $60. Let's cycle this baby back up before we cash out. All right, 21 red. That's a win. We go from 50 to 40. Okay, and we are up $110. Now our next reset point is 150 at 50 each. All right, there we go, 5 red. And when you cycle up with this system, White Owl says it's time to cash out. We're up 150, so we reset back to 10 and spin. And here we go. And that's another win, 36 red. Okay, so we're up $160 now, and we're still on red. We don't have any losses yet, but usually when I say that, it turns to the other color, and there it is. That's a 17 black. So we only have one loss. We'll go from 10 to 20. You go up a unit when you lose, back down when you win, and that's a 12 red. So we start counting over again, and we go back to 10. All right, he says that he uses $1,100 bankroll with this system. I know the first system we did today was $2,000 with a $10 unit, but so you could do this with a $110 bankroll or with dollar units, or a $1,100 bankroll with $10 units. We're up 180, and it's definitely cycling up. So we're going to play for the full 15 minutes, which is about a minute more, but this would be a good time to cash out because White Owl says to cash out when it cycles up. So we'll go to 20 on red now. We're going up a unit when we lose. And that's another loss. That's 2 losses in a row, which means if we lose the next one in 3 in a row, we switch colors. So let's go ahead and spin. And that's 3 in a row losses. So now we switch colors and we go to $40 on black. Okay, we're up 120 now. Let's go ahead and spin. All right, we got the win, and this beats the streaks, as you can see right there. So we're going to go from 40 to 30 now. Now we're on black until we have 3 losses in a row. Okay, we lost one there on 12 red. So we're going to go to 40 on black. We have 1 loss. All right, that's a win on 11 black. Fantastic, and we just ran out of time. So after 15 minutes, we won $170 with this incredible new roulette system that White Owl shared with us. Again, he said he makes a living playing with this strategy on Baccarat, but you can also use it playing roulette. And thank you, White Owl, for sharing this with the community. That's fantastic, and hopefully we'll see more systems from you in the future. Let me know in the comments. Let White Owl know what you think of this one, and if you have any questions, you can email me at roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. That's also where you send the systems in, like White Owl did. Again, that's roulettemaster.c@gmail.com. I hope you're enjoying the new strategies every single day in the search for the best roulette system out there. And if you're enjoying it, please like, share, and subscribe. And let's keep growing this great community of people that love roulette. This is the Roulette Master, and have a great day, everybody.